Just starting up the Swift, and we will discuss today.
Redden en hoop geven. Vraag onze brochure.
We will discuss today what are the differences, benefits, and the drawbacks in Suzuki Swift Sport hybrid that I have, and SKODA FABIA third generation COMBI. So that's the estate version, the station wagon, so to say. And one of the big benefits of, I will start with the benefits of the SKODA. One of the big benefits of the SKODA is that you have a lot more room, which is great. The room is very good. Comfort is also better if you're looking for that, so you have a little bit more ground clearance and more supple suspension. But I have to make a note here. I altered the Suzuki Swift Sport, so it's now on even lower than the standard sport suspension, and also a lot stiffer. When you look at the stock suspension, Suzuki Swift Sport is enormously supple. So that might be draw or even a benefit from the sport.
Verlaat de rotonde bij de eerste afrit.
And if you take into consideration that we have them as they are now, of course,
Sla na 250
more
meter af naar
more
links
room.
en volg de M294.
more suppleness with Skoda, also a lot bigger tank. So the fuel, you can take a lot more fuel with you in the Skoda as compared to the Swift. I think it's like
Volg de weg 2 kilometer.
46 compared to 37 liters. It's quite a difference. It's almost 30% more in the Skoda, which is great, of course. And you have a lot more storage rooms, not only because you have more room, but also, for example, you have umbrella under your seat. In Skoda, you have little scraper in your fuel cap compartment. Also, I think it is there with a magnifying glass and to measure the depth of the tire tread. So it is very nice. They say Skoda is simply clever. You have that 4 dimensions at least in the Skoda. Also, because a little bit more roomy, you also have better access for the seats when you, for example, have a child there. The seats are also great, but they are not as good as in the Swift. So let's go to the Swift. What's better there? Fix that. The Swift is a lot more sporty.
Sla na 400 meter af naar rechts
Lighter,
en volg de A2.
which you really feel. It's also a lot more powerful. Could also all be the same. So the performance driving experience is a lot nicer in the Swift because you have a lot more performance to play with. The seats are better as well. So also the Skoda comes with
Sla hier af naar rechts.
integrated sport seats, so that are comparable, but these are better. They're not sport seats as in the Skoda, that they are just sport seats, but they're really made very great. Also the past side, the Ignis Sport, which has Recaro bucket seats, but these are a lot better even still. This Recaro bucket seats also came standard from Suzuki. Really knows that the good seats will increase the driving pleasure. Both have a very nice steering wheel, also flattened. I like the Swift Skodas. There's a lot of similarity as well. For example, they have both radar systems on board and adaptive cruise control and other assists. Also, you get lane keep assist in the Swift, which you don't get in the Skoda, so it keeps in its lane. Or it might be in the Skoda, but I haven't found it yet. So it could be. Both also have cruise control and limit function, so that's not different. And yeah, I think they're quite comparable. The Skoda even have a stage 1 tune would be a warm wagon, so not a power wagon or a old hatch wagon, so old wagon. Whereas the Swift in stands for might be a warm hatch, could be entry old hatch. The stage 1 form it's a true old hatch in my opinion. So mind you, not a hyper hatch like for example Audi RS3 or AMG A45 with or without the S, but a warm hatch nevertheless, which is great. And if you tune it, the brakes are already very good, the handling is very good, but with the stage 1 tune you get a lot more performance, which you can really put down, so that's great. And same with Skoda. If you already have all the sporting seats and sporting steering wheel, the stage 1 tune will really open it up, especially if you have the lower version, so the 95 horsepower version, because that's restricted, electronically restricted, which you can also then help get to the normal stage again. Also the gearbox of the Swift is 6-speed, the Skoda is a 5-speed, and I like the Swift gearbox a little bit better, although the Skoda is very easy to shift as well. So normally it's click-clack with Japanese, but to engage in the gear might be